If you could gaze into the future, you'd already know all of the picks on our list.
Okay, now that is just ridiculous. I mean, who would watch a show about a teen psychic?
No.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 That's So Raven episodes. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the best episodes from the Disney Channel TV show That's So Raven.
Thank you, Zach and Cody.
Actually, I'm Zach and he's Cody.
Whatever, listen, you won and you built.
Actually, he's Juan and I'm Cabell.
Okay, listen, I don't want you to speak English.
Number 10, Food for Thought. No one ever likes the food in their school cafeteria, including the students at Bayside High. That is, until a new lunch program arrives that serves all junk food.
Miles of meat, chicken chunkies, crispy town, Sugarville Express. It's paradise.
Then Raven gets a vision that the delicious delicacies will give all of the students some major junk in the trunk. And it's now on Raven and Chelsea to change the menu.
It was huge! It was like Attack of the Giant Booties.
Usually, Raven's visions only predict disaster for her and her friends, but this time, Raven must save the situation before the toxic new program spreads to the other schools. This episode is particularly interesting because it opens a discussion about childhood obesity and the importance of healthy eating.
Well, how about a salad bar and maybe some normal-sized veggie burgers?
Chels, that actually sounds pretty good.
Number 9, 5-Finger Discount. When her younger brother Corey falls in with a bad crowd who pressures him into shoplifting, what's a big sister to do? For Raven, the only option that makes sense is to disguise herself as a mall cop and spy on Corey and his friends in an attempt to prevent him from making the wrong decision.
'Cause to me, looks like we got a little situation on our hands.
Raven's absurd disguise, as well as the show's signature physical comedy, make this episode one of the show's funniest. But the sentimentality between the two, usually squabbling siblings, also makes this episode one of the most heartwarming.
I never thought I'd say this, but I am so proud of you.
I never thought I'd say this, but thanks for having my back.
Number 8, Boyz N Commotion. The famous boy band Boyz N Motion is in town and Raven convinces them to perform at her school.
Then make them sing at the music festival tonight.
But the boys bail last minute and turn her from school hero into school zero. As usual, Raven handles the situation the best way she knows how, by dressing up with Eddie and Chelsea as the boy band and trying to fool the entire school. Also, as usual, disaster occurs and they get found out. Watching the gang's shenanigans is always fun, but the best part of this episode is getting to see Raven's mom be a total badass when she whips the boys into shape, saving the day.
Regular people have manners. They clean up after themselves. Oh, and when they make a promise to have somebody's back, they follow through for them. Had in my house.
Number 7, the 4 Aces. Raven has the ability to see into the future, but this time around she gets to see into the past.
And now, the 4 Aces is proud to present Miss Ronnie Wilcox.
While doing a community service project at a retirement home, Raven meets a reclusive former jazz singer, Ronnie Wilcox, who used to perform at a jazz club called the 4 Aces, which is now known as none other than the Chill Grill.
You know, there's something about this place.
Yes, the food is great.
Raven pulls out all the stops in bringing the Chill Grill back in time to when it was a swinging jazz club, and gets Ronnie back on stage to relive her former glory.
It don't mean a thing, all you got to do is say.
Number 6, when 6021 met 4267. It was only a matter of time before the chemistry between these 3 friends developed into something more than a platonic relationship.
You know what I was thinking?
Oh, I think I do.
Party!
Raven and Eddie, unbeknownst to the other, both try an online dating algorithm to find dates for a party, only to find out that they are each other's perfect match.
4267.
6021? You're my perfect match?
The two try dating until Raven has conflicting visions about their possible future. The premise of this show is usually that Raven manages to make her visions come true while trying to prevent them, but this time, the future remains unclear.
The question is, what do you want to do right now?
Number 5. He's got the power. Raven better watch out because there's a new psychic in town. Raven becomes jealous when a rare comet passes over San Francisco, leaving Eddie with his own psychic abilities. Against Raven's warnings to keep it a secret, Eddie uses his visions to become popular. But he quickly discovers being able to see the future is not as fun as he expected. When one of his predictions draws the attention of some dangerous people, Eddie learns who his true friends are.
I'm Kofi. Yeah. And I'm Kareem. And you are stone cold busty.
Eddie also learns an important lesson about the burden that comes with being psychic, and he and Raven understand each other on a new level.
Eddie, listen, okay? I have been going through this my entire life, and I still don't know how they work.
So we, still friends?
It depends, man. I mean, can you get down and funky?
Oh, show enough, my sisters!
Number 4. That's so not Raven. Raven has always dreamed of becoming a fashion designer, so you can imagine her excitement when her designs earn her a spot in a fashion show, and a picture of her modeling a dress ends up in a magazine. But she is discouraged when she realizes the fashion execs photoshopped her body and refused to let her model her dress on the runway because she doesn't have the look.
Oh, my dear, we love your design. We just don't love you wearing it.
This episode touches on the serious issue of body shaming.
I'll never get to model this dress.
Raven crashes the runway like only Raven can, and the woman modeling her dress stands by her side as the two stick it to the fashion execs, defending women of all shapes and sizes.
Put that in your magazine.
Number 3. Cake fear. Raven and the gang are usually the ones pulling the shenanigans, but this time, the grown-ups get to have the fun. When Victor rehires an old babysitter he fired, Pushover Patterson, Corey and Raven are convinced she has revenge on her mind.
Do they taste okay? Good, because I put something special in them.
Years ago, Corey and Raven pulled a frame job on her when they blamed her for eating an entire cake meant for their parents, though they actually ate it themselves. So could you really blame her for wanting to get even?
Does this cake bring back any memories?
But as it turns out, Victor and Pushover Patterson teamed up to prank the kids, and they got them good.
Guys, I think this is where we look in the camera and wave.
Number 2, The Road to Audition. Things turn into a high school musical when the students at Bayside High believe a scout for a television talent competition show is at the school in search of the next big thing. Eager to impress the scout who they think is posing as a janitor, they pull out all the stops, bursting into song and dance whenever they cross his path.
On my own in the hallways, no more.
Stunning dance numbers and fun, exciting songs make this episode one of the show's best. It was a pleasure to see the stars of the show off their impressive musical talents.
Aren't you looking for talent?
No, I'm looking for bugs.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I'm a sad little tree in pain because I'm dying from acid rain.
Come on, girlfriends, let's either call. The shops are waiting at the mall.
That's our song.
Would you like to dance?
I'd love to.
Wednesday delivery.
Number 1. True Colors. In honor of Black History Month, this episode tackled the serious issue of race discrimination in the workplace. Growing up in relatively sheltered lives, Raven and the gang never had any personal experiences with racism. That is until the day Raven and Chelsea both apply for the same job. But only Chelsea gets hired even though Raven is clearly more qualified.
Are you saying that I didn't get the job? Yeah, I'm sorry, Ray.
When Raven has a vision of the manager saying she doesn't hire black people, the two friends go on a sting operation to catch her saying it on tape.
You do hire people of color, don't you?
The episode masterfully balances the serious subject matter with the humor of Raven going undercover in one of her classic disguises.
I said, the truth is, I don't hire black people.
And there you have it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.